Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. It's yours truly, Jim Hacking, here with you on this sunny Monday. We finally got some sun around here. Hope you all are well. I'm going to go about 45 minutes today. I got to go pick up my daughter, the Norinator, after this. So there's the link for everyone who wants to join in. Looks like Faye's already waiting. Hi, Faye.
Hey, how are you?
You didn't waste any time.
No.
How you doing?
I'm doing. I just have a really quick question. I applied a K-1 fiance visa for September 2020. Then by the time the case got to NBC, we realized that they had assigned us to have an interview in South Africa. He lives in South Africa, but our petition requested to interview in Nigeria. So I brought this to their attention. They corrected it, reassigned us a different case number to the Lagos Embassy, the U.S. Embassy in Lagos, which is where we wanted to interview. On top of that, I asked for the welcome letter. They never sent us the welcome letter, but they in turn gave us an invoice number for him to pay the DS 160 fees. So we went ahead and we paid the fees with the invoice number that they gave us connected to the case number that they gave us. I emailed them back to ask if that invoice number is going to transfer to the new Lagos case number, which they said that it would once they corrected it. So we've done everything with the exception of we don't know what to do next because we still have never received the welcome letter. So I don't know if we are our own holdup or if it's a matter of COVID still being the reason why he hasn't gotten scheduled for an interview.
How long ago did you try to send it to Lagos?
I actually have tried to expedite this case twice through the congressman here locally, through Marco Rubio, senator, and through both occasions they came back and said due to COVID and I guess the embassy not processing this particular classification of visa, that there was nothing that they could do. So Lagos then in turn sent a response back to Representative Al Lawson and said that there was nothing that they could do. It was out of their hands. It remained with NBC until Lagos Embassy resumes processing of K1s. So we never got it beyond NBC because it didn't qualify for expedite according to their reasons.
Why did you not want it to be in South Africa?
Well, because he wanted to go back home to visit his parents before coming, because he's been in South Africa since 2006. To go home to his parents, who won't be able to travel until we complete the adjustment of status, he gets the green card, etc., in order for us to go back out of the country. So it made more sense for him to interview home versus South Africa because he wouldn't be able to see his parents.
Made more sense for that reason, but not for immigration. I think that's the biggest cause of your problems is your case was set up one direction and now you're trying to get it to point to another direction. So I'm not surprised that you're having these problems, but I do think you're just waiting for Nigeria to start processing K1s in a regular fashion. I don't think there's anything you can do to speed it up.
Okay, so we originally requested when I filed the K1 to interview in Nigeria.
You don't get to pick. Yeah, they pick.
I guess because of someone not looking at the paperwork.
You don't get to pick.
I only asked for them. I'm sorry.
Requesting it, you don't get to request it. It's based on where they want to send it. And if he's in South Africa, that's where they're going to send it.
Oh, okay.
There's no such thing as requesting where to have it.
Okay.
It's not like a dinner reservation.
So when I submitted the request or when I brought it to their attention that he wanted to interview in Lagos and then they switched it and gave us the Lagos case number, then that's when it got changed based on what I did at that particular action.
I think so. And we're just guessing, right?
Yeah, we are. Lastly, so the welcome letter, am I ever going to receive one or no? And does this welcome letter tell me what steps we need to take next? Because I don't know that. We just made the payment based off of the invoice number they gave us.
Yeah, I think you'll get it. I think that it'll tell you what you need to do next. So I don't think you need to
Okay.
worry about that. I think you're just waiting.
Okay. That's all that I had.
Thanks, Faye. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. That was Faye. And there's Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you so much for what you do. Um, my concern is that I'm planning to apply for CR1 visa. I'm a US citizen. My fiance, wife to be, is overseas. And I'm almost aware of all the laws in effect and everything is there. Um, I have no co sponsor, but I make enough money at the moment and I'm employed at the moment. Um, I know that when I apply and I send my affidavit of support, it's checked at the end. I'm planning to because me and my fiance, we have been away for many years. We are intending after getting married to spend time together overseas. So until her case gets approved and we come back here. But I know that at the time when they check my affidavit of support, I won't be employed. If I leave, I won't be employed at the time that I mentioned on the affidavit of support. So my concern is there any way that I could, given that I don't have a co-sponsor, spend time with her overseas and bring her here when everything is like by the time.
I'm not following your question, Nick. I'm sorry. I understand. I think your point is right that if you go and get married and you file for her,
Yes.
and you file the I-130 with USCIS, and then you want to wait it out with her while that's pending, that'll be a year. So that'd be a year of you not having the income. And when you get around to the National Visa Center and have to submit the affidavit of support, you'll have a $0 year, and that'll screw up your case. So what's the question?
My question is that other than having a co-sponsor, is there any other way that I could do this?
Like what?
Wait outside the country, like wait with her outside of the country, spend time with her, and
but
start the process.
Besides a co-sponsor, what way are you thinking that it could work?
I was just waiting. Like, I just was hoping of a miracle because I know that even if I start a business, like if I have an online business or something, they will be looking at least for 12 months of consistent income.
3 years, really, but yeah, 3 years, including the last year. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so the only way would be a co-sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
And one question regarding online marriages. I've heard that after COVID, now they are doing online marriages, and they accept not a proxy but online marriages. What about if we get married very soon now? Is that it would be possible for me? Let's say we get married, and then after the process, the application goes to Visa Center. At that time, can I leave the country and go spend time with her, and then come back here when they check the affidavit of support?
Yes, you could do that. But
so that would be a possibility.
You combine two things. One, you assume that online marriages are okay. Are you asking me about that, or you're saying you're going to get married online?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would never file a case with an online marriage. I know you quote unquote can, but I wouldn't do it just because if they don't accept it a year from now, then you've lost a year of your time. I'd either do a fiance case or I'd go over and get married.
Understood. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Nick. Sorry I couldn't give you more answers you liked.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Bye, buddy. That was Nick. Let's talk to Jose. Hi, Jose.
Hi, Jim. Thank you for allowing me the time. How are you?
How you doing? I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. So I know you probably don't remember about my case, but I have a pending marriage visa right now.
Okay.
I am in the stage where I paid my affidavit of support and processing fee to the MVC. I do have to file a waiver. Actually, I think 2 waivers now. I spoke already to your team. I spoke to Daniel. I spoke to one of your members of your law team. So this is my question as of today. I'm in Mexico now. I'm a Mexican citizen. My wife is a USA citizen. She's in Arizona right now working. She's been there since September. I have a job offer in Dubai that I haven't accepted yet. I wanted to talk to you first about it.
Okay.
How, if I accept my job in Dubai, how would this affect my case, if any,
You mean you mean the processing time of it or the substance of the case?
Both. Would I have to go to my interview in the UAE, or would I have to come back to Mexico, to the US consulate in Mexico?
Where's the case right now? Still at USCIS?
It's at MVC.
It's at the NBC, and you have
Yes,
a
sir.
Mexico case number.
Yes.
Yeah. So it would probably slow things down a lot, but I mean, you're going to need a waiver anyway. And between you and me, the waiver will be adjudicated by USCIS, but I hate that embassy in Juarez. So if you can do it in UAE, I don't know why you wouldn't want to.
Okay. Now I have the chance to increase my income going over there, of course, and it's a great opportunity professionally. Would that income increase help me in any way?
Well, that's an interesting question because actually we probably need to think the whole thing through. If you're going to be filing waivers, hardship waivers, if you establish yourself somewhere outside of Mexico, could they then argue that your spouse could come live with you in UAE? And could they argue that because you're making more money in UAE, could they argue that that's even more than you'd make in America? These are all problems.
I don't think I would make more than I could in the US. Definitely no. But
Okay.
it is an opportunity. What was I gonna ask next? Would she have to come to the interview at all, whether it be Mexico or UAE? She doesn't,
No.
right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And I think that's it. That's it for now.
Good luck, my friend.
Thank you. I'll be in touch with your team.
Bye, Jose.
Bye bye.
See ya. I see at least one or two people in the waiting room who are driving. I don't take people on camera who are driving, so just so everybody knows that. Let's talk to FM. What's up, FM? I like your hat.
Yes. Hey, thanks. How are you doing, Jim?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, Jim, I have a question here. This is from my friend. My friend has a 10 years green card,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's trying to visit his home country in South Africa.
Okay.
But so sometime back in 2017, I think he was accused of stalking or something like that. But
Okay.
there was an order protection, and that was expired 3 years ago. So the question is, does expired order protection shows up on somebody who is entering the United States?
Yeah, probably. Did he ever get
Okay,
arrested?
that should be no.
So he needs to get all the records of what was related to that. He should be able, with a 10-year green card, he should be able to go and come back without a problem, but he probably wants to travel with those records so that he can
Okay.
explain it to the officer. He doesn't need to hand it to the officer when he comes through customs, but he might want to have them with him in case they ask him about it.
Okay. Okay. I think, and then again, he's going through a divorce. Do they look at the divorce also?
Nah.
No.
He already has the 10-year green
Okay.
card, right?
Yes, correct. And
Yeah.
no conviction, nothing.
Okay. I think he's good.
So he'll be okay, right?
I
Coming
think so.
back. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Jim.
Have a great day.
Mhm.
All right, let's talk to MSD. Ms. D.
Hi,
Hi, Ms. D. How you doing?
good. I just came in from out the road. Okay, so how are you doing? Happy New Year.
Same to you. What can I help you with?
Okay, so my question is, I've been in the United States since 2002. I've never been married, and I do have a child. He's 16. I want to know what can I do to
You came on a visit visa?
I came on a work visa.
And is your 16-year-old a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
So when they turn 21, they can sponsor you, but not until they're 21.
So I was told that she can start the process at 18. Is that true?
That's not true. It's 21.
Okay. So there's nothing else I can do without getting married to get myself straight.
That's correct.
Wow.
Hey, but you're almost there. You've made it 16 years. So you just got 5 more. You're getting close.
Well, it's rough because everything now is harder than it was before.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's true.
I do pay my taxes and stuff. I try to do what I'm supposed to do, but it's become more tedious now.
I'm
Since,
sure. I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, yeah.
All right, then. Thank you for your time.
Bye, Ms. D.
All right, bye.
All right, that was Ms. D. Let's talk to Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy.
Hi Jim, how are you?
Good.
Great. I just have a few questions. I've got my fiance. Let me say I'm engaged to somebody who's in America. You know, she traveled some time back, and I wanted to find out if how long it take if she comes here in my country to get married, and then me going to join her that side. How long will it take?
You mean like to come in? Is this person a U.S. citizen?
She's a green card holder, but planning to come in my country.
How did they get their green card?
Through the parents. The parents are American citizen.
In what country do you live in?
Zambia.
Yeah, so it's probably going to take about a year and a half.
Oh, a year and a half.
Mm-hmm. After you get married.
Oh, after a year. So if she's still a green card holder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. Then after that, how do I get the green card myself?
Well, she has to file for you. You have to go at USCIS, and then once it's approved, the embassy, and then you'll have an interview, and then you pay the LS fee, and it comes after you arrive.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Jim. That's what I'm gonna find out.
Hi, Ozzy. See ya. That was Ozzy. All right, let's see what Emmanuel has to say. Hi, Emmanuel.
Oh, hi. Was not expecting to get in so fast.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Great. What can I help you with?
All right, so I was actually getting my earpiece, but I wanted to know if I'm under an I-129, waiting for I-360.
I can't hear you ever since you put on your earphone. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
That's better. Go ahead. I couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so if I'm under an I-129,
Mhm.
yeah, waiting for the I-360 to be approved. It's taking a while. The time is like 22 to 28 months right now. So my question is this: if due to the processing times, it could take longer than the time of my stay for the I-129, so it could expire for my 5 years, right? The one thing, I'm from Venezuela, and I don't know if you're familiar with DED and TPS.
Okay, you're throwing a lot of things at me, Emmanuel. Let's back up, okay?
Okay.
You're from Venezuela.
Yeah.
When did you come to the United States?
5 years ago. I've been here
When?
for 2017.
And what kind of a visa did you have when you came to the United States in 2017?
R1. I've always been on an R1.
Okay. All right. So when you were saying I-129, I didn't know which kind you meant. Okay. So, all right. So you're on an R1, and Did that get extended?
Yeah, it got extended.
Okay, so you're in valid R1 status as we sit here today, right now.
Yeah, that is correct.
And the church or the religious body filed a I-360 for you to get you a green card as a religious worker.
Correct. That was beginning of last year.
And then the question is, can I stay the whole time because 360s take so long?
Correct.
Or not? I don't
Yeah.
think I can you are you done with, do you have any time left to recapture on your R1? Are you done? Like, are you
Yeah, I'm actually doing another extension.
okay?
I have a few months.
So but you're going to run out of R1 time before your 360 is approved.
Correct.
Yeah, so you need to figure something else out. You can't stay here. I had a mosque in Arkansas that tried the same thing. They came to see me after, and the guy thought, oh, I could just hang out till the 360 is approved, but you can't.
Okay. Now I have another question. Would the TPS or the DED cover being like?
I gotcha. That's where you were going before. I would need to research that. I don't know for sure. I'd have to research it.
Okay, good. Should I send an email or ask?
Yeah, just send an email. We can check.
Okay, awesome. That was my question.
Thanks, Emmanuel. See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye. Hey there. You're muted, my friend. TON.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Quick question for you. I submitted my N400 December 27th, 2021. I got a receipt notice. They waived my biometrics.
Mm-hmm.
I moved, so I submitted in Chicago. I recently moved to Chicago last March of last year.
Okay.
I can't find my valid passport. Do you think that's going to be a problem at the interview, or like, what should I do?
When was the last time you saw it, and do you have any copies of it?
I only have a copy of the first page because I was trying to apply for a visa like to Europe, but I didn't go through with it because of COVID, but I only have a copy of the first page. That's it. I have my other passport that's expired. I mean, if that helps.
What about the part of the N400 where it asks about your travel in and out of the United States?
I didn't. I had 4 trips. I know the dates. Like, I kept track of that. I was out of the United States for like 70 days in total.
Okay, and so, but as far as, I mean, you would have used your passport for that, right?
Well, 2 of them to Canada, so I didn't use a passport.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them, yes, but that was in 2018, 2019. So, yeah.
You can naturalize without a passport. They might ask you if you filed a police report or something, but you just don't know. You just don't know where it is.
So I actually went to the police station down here. They said we can't do anything for you because it's not stolen.
Yeah.
So yeah, they kind of just send me off.
So I think that's fine. I think that you can just tell them that at your interview.
Okay. So
I think you should be okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's talk to Madison. Oops. Hi, Madison.
Hi. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I've been definitely better. So I want to ask you first, do you want me to start with the background of my question or my question first?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So my husband and I, he's the alien, essentially. I'm the U.S. citizen. We've been on a long 2-year green card process. We first filed in January of 2022, and at first our application was denied due to lack of evidence and financial status.
January of 2020?
2020. So 2 years it's been in process, which was kind of, I guess, for me, fraudulent because my parents were also co-sponsors. We've been together for 6 years. So why they would deny our application, we don't know. Regardless.
So you file. So you guys have been together for 6 years. You file an I-130, a 485, the affidavit of support, and a co-sponsor affidavit of support, and it got denied.
And it got denied. So we reapplied and it got approved, or we appealed it and it got approved through. And it took a year and 3 months for us to hear any information. So in October of 2021, we finally had our interview, which we were denied approval at the interview because our attorney failed to notify us that my husband's medical needed to be done within 60 days of filing. So we had to do the RFE, get the medical. They asked for more like additional relationship evidence.
Which
So
field
here-
office is this?
What, sorry?
Which field office is this?
St. Louis.
Why don't they like your case? This is bullshit.
Well, it gets worse. This
Oh,
is even the main reason what my question
okay.
is.
All right.
So during this 2-year period, we filed for an EAD card. We received the first one for the first year, work and travel. Well, he's a full-time student, so we had to do the renewal. And we were not advised by our attorney that it was only for the work and not the travel. So he sent us, hey, we got your EAD card. And this was like 5 days before we were planning to leave for our late honeymoon to Mexico.
Oh, this sounds bad.
Oh no, it's a horror movie.
This sounds bad.
So we go to Mexico, we come back, we are denied reentry. So we got in contact with a congressman who was communicating with USCIS on our behalf. They were able to speed up and get our I-30 approved literally 5 days ago on January 5th, but they were not able to backdate his I-131 for him to travel. So we kind of panicked and just applied for his ESTA, which got approved. And obviously we were flagged at the border when entering, but they were very understanding of the situation. And they were like, as long you have your return flight, as long as you're not up to any funny business as far as dual intent, you're okay. Well, here's kind of where my question comes into play. So we are in just such a limbo, like to the point we don't even care about the green card at this point because he has a full ride scholarship. He's currently trying to obtain his doctorate of chiropractic degree.
Logan.
And we want to get him on an F1 visa as soon as possible, but this is kind of where it gets complicated because he's been in the US since 2012. So he arrived on an F1, was sponsored on a P1, transitioned to an O1, and then we got our green card or attempted to get our green card. So we're afraid that if we leave and go to Chile and apply for the F1, that what can we do to prove our non-immigrant request? Or is it even necessary for us to leave? Because I've been shopping for a new lawyer because one, I believe that malpractice with our previous lawyer, because everyone I talked to is like, this should have not taken 2 years. Like we had to do multiple refiles.
Did the lawyer file the original case, the one that got denied for the affidavit of support?
Yes.
And then you stayed with him, and then you had this whole problem.
And then we had this whole issue, yes.
Yeah.
And he came from the law firm where my husband, he played professional rugby in the US. He was actually, his visa is through the US national rugby team. He was meant to play in the World Cup for the United States, and then he broke his neck. And it's just been a whirlwind of events in our life the past couple of years. So he's like very integrated into the system. And the
But
guy
he also should be getting ready to apply for citizenship.
Well, that's kind of so we just don't know what to do. Like, obviously he needs to leave because he's on an ESTA. And like one lawyer was like, well, I think that you can still apply for your green card and him stay here while on the ESTA, even though it's 90 days. And they don't think it's necessary for us to leave. But then another attorney is like, no, you guys need to leave and file for his F1 if you want him in school in March. So you're saying don't leave?
He's not going to get the F1. He's demonstrated immigrant intent. He married a U.S. citizen and he applied for a green card.
Exactly. So like, what do you think our best plan of action? Because we are currently seeking new legal counsel. Like no matter what we do, we're not going with our current representative. And he came from the law firm that does all of the license or like visas and stuff for the professional rugby league. So we were like, okay, like he's familiar with Sebastian's case. Sebastian's worked with him for years and he left that law firm to start his own law firm. And it's just been a nightmare.
So, I mean, we've been doing spouse cases for 13 years, and I've never had a spouse case that we filed originally get denied. Never. So this is really, really weird. And I don't say that because I'm a great lawyer. I'm saying to tell you how weird this is.
Well, so that congressman was able to do quite a bit of research for us because we were very we did not understand why our EAD renewal was approved for work and not travel. And they came to say that stuff was left off of his application for it, including his alien number. And we brought that up to him and he got real defensive and is like, that's so silly. Why would they even say that?
I mean, you're just really lucky that he's in the United States. I thought you were going to tell me you had some kind of bar and he got stuck outside the United
No,
States.
I will say that the Customs Border Patrol in St. Louis, we were obviously flagged, we were
Yeah.
obviously interviewed, but they were very understanding of our situation, and they were
Yeah.
just like, no dual intent, like, you know the rules here. So, but we're in such a limbo because he's on a full ride scholarship.
Yeah.
And like right now, that's our main priority. Like that's for the future of our family. And
I can fix this. Don't worry. We can fix this.
I'm gonna cry
Yeah,
because we were stuck in Mexico since Christmas Day. We tried to travel back on Tuesday, went to the embassy in Mexico City, like, and searched for some type of like help because that's what we were directed by from the congressman who was in contact directly with USCIS, and that's what they told us to go do.
Did you so it wasn't until you were in Mexico that you didn't have advanced parole?
Yeah, we were just under the impression that we had it because we had the card in the renewal, and we were like, and he says, "Oh, hey, your EAD card got approved." Like, I mean, I guess we should have done more due diligence, but we were like, "Hey, we're going to Mexico. Will you overnight this to us?" Because
Yeah, my question is, and we'll have to sort this out, but I think if you left without advanced parole, then in theory the green card application's been abandoned and you got to file another one.
yes, but our I-130 is still approved. So like my portion.
Yeah, that part's good, but I think you're going to have to file a new 485, I think.
Which that's fine, but like, is he going to be in trouble for like overstaying the ESTA?
We'll talk about that off camera, but I think we're going to be okay.
Okay. How soon can we get a consultation? Is my next question.
Here, I'm gonna put our email address in the thing. Okay. I don't know if you have it already, but I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's info@hackinglawpractice.com. I'll tell the person right now that you're gonna email that, Madison, and then we'll go from there. But you're gonna ask me a question?
I was in contact with, I believe I sent, yes, to Julia.
Okay.
Garavito. So I sent her our full like 5-inch packet of information. Because she wanted to run it by, I guess, like one of your, I don't know, assistants or I'm not.
What's the first letter of your last name?
S.
Okay, I got it here.
Okay, so that was like our application.
I gotcha.
But yeah, we're looking for immediate counsel.
Wow. You got it. Okay, cool. I got to go pick up my daughter right after this, but I'll email you before the end of the day. We'll get going on this, and you and I and Sebastian can talk tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
You got it. Sorry, Madison. This sucks.
It's just, I literally was in Mexico and we went to Tulum, we've traveled all over. I mean, we spent months in Europe and it was arguably one of the best vacations we had. So I couldn't cry too much, but at the same time, I'm like, we're living in a nightmare. We were like, was this dream vacation worth it? No. But like, it's just, you can't even make it up, you know? And I just feel that we were really misinformed by our current advisor, and like, because obviously I've kind of been, you know, shopping around for lawyers and trying to get advice, and you know, people were like, your green card in general shouldn't have taken 2 years, you know, and all of the denials and reapplications, and he just kept blaming COVID.
Especially St. Louis. St. Louis, I mean, you're talking 7-8 months, start to finish.
Yeah, and that's what the answer I've gotten from other people because I was like, is that normal or COVID normal? And they're like, no, that's also COVID normal.
All right. Well, people in the comments are rooting for you. They're saying they hope
Please keep us in your prayers.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Jim. Look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Good luck, everyone else.
That was nice. That was a good call. Hi, Fahad.
Oh, hi, Jim. How are you?
Good. How you doing, bud?
Good. Before I was driving, so I couldn't.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, now I'm driving. But yeah, first of all, thank you very much for what you do. And
sure.
The reason I'm online right now is because I became U.S. citizen watching your videos.
Nice. So, that's what I'm talking about. Tell me what happened. How did we help? That's great.
I had a misdemeanor back in 2015. And I looked up your videos, and you said that don't expunge the case and everything, and you know what? And it was just a Class B misdemeanor. It got interview went really good, and the next day I got scheduled for the oath in Chicago. So everything went really good. So
Good.
appreciate it.
Congratulations. Oh, I'm
Plus
glad.
whenever I talk to anybody, I give your reference and I tell them that your answer should be short and sweet. That's all it should be.
Yeah, short and sweet. Although I'll tell you, Fahad, today I shot a video called, what is it? It's called Sometimes It's Okay to Talk a Little Bit More. And that's when you're trying to show all the good evidence, like that you're a good person. Then you can talk a long time. But yeah, for sure. Definitely try to keep it short.
Yeah, I had it was marriage-based case, and it was like I'm still married to my wife. I have 2 kids for the last 10 years. So
Yeah, good. Did you have a question for me, or you're just calling to tell me
no,
good news?
just wanted to thank you. What you do is the best thing. You help a lot of people, and good knowledge. You distribute good knowledge. So I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been like 6 months I've become a U.S. citizen, but it's but
No,
I
that's
still
great.
want to
I
thank you
appreciate that.
in
And
person.
yeah, that's great, Fahad. Thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jim. Thank you.
Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.
See ya. All right, that was Fahad. I always love when people call to give me good news. Let's talk to Abdul Rahman.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yeah. I do have a quick question, man. My wife, man, we filed. I did file her with her N94 on November 2020, and she got her fingerprint, man, on June 2021, and we still haven't get her interview. I mean, is it normal like this time, long time? With this time,
So, what kind of a case is it?
it is a case of marriage. Yeah, she's my wife.
Marriage case. Where do you live?
I live in Ohio.
And are you the petitioner or are you the beneficiary?
I'm petitioner. I'm the U.S. Citizen. Yeah.
And is she in status or out of status?
Oh, she's in the status. Yeah, she's in the state. Yeah.
And when did you file?
I filed me in November 2020 on
And so biometrics and nothing, fingerprints and then nothing.
Oh no, she got me in biometric. I mean June 2020, 2021 last year.
But then no interview yet.
No interview yet. I mean,
I think you're
like
probably
like 7 months. I mean, is that normal?
I think you're pretty close. You'll probably get it pretty soon. I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay, great.
I mean, if it's another month or two, call me back and we can sue them.
All right, great. I mean, also like so we have like case online. I mean, I do check. I mean, once ever is saying like you should see. I mean, you case. I mean, should be finished. I mean, in a month. I mean.
Yeah.
I think
you're pretty close.
Okay. Thank you. That's all.
All right. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Sure.
Sure thing. All right. That was a good call. I did want to show one comment up here before somebody asked the question. Where is it? Oh yeah, Madison got a lot of good love there. Let's see here. Where is it? Somebody asked me if I sue the consulates. There it is. Hi, Jim Hacking. Do you sue consulates? Yes, I sue consulates. It's my favorite thing to do. I do it all the time. I've sued the government total 1,000 times. So yes, that is my favorite thing to do. All right, let's talk to George. Hi, George.
Hi, Jim. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. My question is, on October 19, I went to my citizenship interview. So I passed my interview. Everything was normal. Nothing, no problems, nothing. And then officer told me everything is good. Congratulations. We're going to send you in 2 to 3 weeks later for your oath ceremony. But it's been already like almost 3 months. I didn't receive any paper, nothing. I tried to contact to them, the USCIS. They told me because of the COVID, we have so many people, so you have to wait a little bit more. So I'm still waiting.
Where do you live?
In Las Vegas.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'd say if you get to 6 months' time, I'd worry, but I wouldn't worry yet. it's just everything's so weird right now with COVID, and you know they might be waiting for a big ceremony. You just never know.
Yeah, because for us, I applied with from my marriage. I've been married 10 years already. So everything was perfect, nothing, and then officer was perfect, no other questions. So I was confused, like what's happening? Do I have to wait more?
Yeah, I think you're just waiting.
Wait. Okay, Jim. Thank you so much.
You got it. Good luck, George.
Thank you.
All right, so that was George. Now, I got a good big kick out of this comment here. Where is it? I just saw it. Somebody asked about suing the consulates, and I mentioned that earlier. But also, I'm not suing for fiance delays right now. But this next post got me laughing. This is from Housey. G'day from Australia. Your videos are so informative and helpful. Just a pity you go for the Jets, mate. Dude, you don't have to tell me that. I'm a long-suffering Jets fan. I know better than anybody how bad it is to root for the Jets. But I appreciate the love and I appreciate the comment. The Jets are going to be better next year. I don't say that every year, but I do think they're going to be better next year. They have 2 of the top 10 draft picks. They have a ton of cap space. And I think that Zach Wilson is going to be pretty darn good. I was worried when they drafted him, but I think he really played well in the second half of the season yesterday he had like the worst receivers out there ever. So, all right, let's talk to, Yishen. Hi, Yishen.
Hi, can you hear me? Is my connection good?
Oh yeah, you're plenty loud.
Okay, great. So I'm trying to apply for, what is it called again? SB1. I'm trying to apply for SB1 because let me just tell you my situation. So we left in May of 2017 when I was like a minor. I was 14, and so what happened was my father passed away. So my mother had to take me back to China. I just wondered, does that count as something out of my control? Or does it mean her decision has screwed me over? Like, can I still apply for one?
You can apply for it. I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Oh, okay.
But
thanks.
There's no downside to applying.
Yeah, but like it's gonna cost a lot of money, which like these documents are like expensive.
It's not that much. I mean, it might. I wouldn't think it would cost that much money, especially compared to what you get if you spend the money. If you get back in the United States and get a green card, then you're in really good shape.
I really hope they approve it. It's just I'm not sure how much of a case I got because of my father's passing, and that's technically her decision. I didn't want to come here, but like there's really nothing I can do.
I think that's a good argument. I just don't get your
hopes up. And the thing is, I was technically a minor, and there's like nothing I can do. But the bigger thing is, I was filling out my DS 117, and the question number 10, it just says, what continued ties do you have maintained with the United States, and what efforts have you made to avoid abandoning your permanent resident status? It's just because I was a minor, I didn't really have any of those. So I honestly don't even think it's going to pass. I don't think they're going to accept me for it.
It's up to you, brother.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go file it. Thanks.
All right, see ya. All right, I got time for one more. Then I got to go get my daughter from school. Let me go ahead and take Martens.
Yeah, Jimmy, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Martens?
I have been waiting a long time coming. This is my first time coming to the show.
Thanks for coming. I like your smile. What can I help you with?
Okay, Martin, Jim is this. So in 2018, I got my F1 visa, came to United States. So I was doing a business program. So on that time, I have a girlfriend who wants to come visit me because I can't abandon my school because I don't have a lot of money to be going and come back. So I asked her, if you want to come, we can come, but I can't afford because we as a student we can work. So I don't have that possibility now. So she said, okay. So I asked to my DSO that time to give her, I explained to my DSO and they told me that I can file F2 for her. So we send them, I got an F2 we sent them the F2. So she tried to apply for the visa, but she didn't got it because I think she told me that the embassy said that we are not married, so she can get it, the visa through my F2. So okay, after 2019, I go back to Brazil. So I was there because I finished my course. I finished what I came to do in the United States. So I go back home. But this year I came back to the United States again, doing another program. And this meantime, I fall in love with someone. So we now together. We get married. So I'm planning to apply to my document, all the stuff. So my question is this: is it this F20 that F2 that I applied for my last girlfriend? You're gonna give me a problem, something like that, for the future?
First of all, never in my history have I heard of somebody filing an F2 when they weren't married. I've never heard of that, right?
Yeah.
So I think the question then is, can you answer honestly, how many times in your life have you been married? And hopefully it'll just be this one time when you get married to file for your green card.
I never married. It's my first time married. It's my first time.
Yeah. So you're just going to need to go over every single question carefully and make sure that there's nothing that, I mean, when she filed the DS-160 at the embassy and said, I want to come. I mean, the problem is she probably said on the DS-160 that she was married to you, or otherwise I don't think it would have even let her continue with the DS-160, right?
I don't know, because I asked her at that time, what should I need to apply for F2, and they said she need the F2. So I asked my DSO on that time to give me the F2, and I sent the F2 to her.
The F2 I-20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you tell your sponsor that you were married? Your DSO that you were married?
No, I say she was my girlfriend.
Well, sounds like your DSO doesn't know what in the hell they're doing. DSO never should have given you an I-20.
So now you think this is going to be a problem for me in the future?
Maybe, but I mean, the good thing is you weren't actually married, so that goes a long way. Now the question is, how do we make sure that they don't think you ever tried to commit a fraud? That's what we're worried about. I think you should be okay, but you might need my help or someone else's help, because I think you're going to have a hard time sort of navigating that. You want to make sure that they don't think, like, I'd probably include an explanation as to what happened, and I would also try to get copies of any of that paperwork from back then.
Thank you, sir. So I will do that.
All right, buddy.
I will do that then. Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
See you, my friend. All right, that'll do it for today. I got to go get Noor, and then I will be back here tomorrow at our usual time with Daniel at noon. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.